Hey y'all, hey Carisha, hey NXX, hey West Virginia Wire, hey Reese baby, hey Miss Mel. Y'all just left out of Amber's live. She had a funny one. Hey West Virginia Wire, hey Rhonda, hey Deb, hey Ronita, West Virginia Wire. I'm fine. Long day. Can't wait till the weekend. How y'all day was? Thank you. So y'all was on YouTube this morning. Hey Rhonda, y'all was on YouTube this morning. Did y'all see YouTube this morning? I was at work and I saw somebody text and told me to go on YouTube that Miss Lionia was live. Did y'all see that live or hear about that live? The parts that I saw, she was in the dark, telling lies as usual. Hey Lolita, telling lies as usual. Hey Pammy Poo, telling lies per usual. Evidently, Harmony's TikTok page got hacked, and Briana went live to set the story straight because she said that it was being said that she hacked Harmony's social media account. And she was trying to insinuate that Harmony said she hacked the account. And Harmony in no way said anything about that girl hacking her account. But she went out there with that agenda, and the people in the comments were eating it up. And with that being said, that's part of the reason her brand is where it is now. That's part of the reason why she's having to come over here and give, as they call them, super chat parties. That's part of the reason. I can remember when all this stuff first happened. She was doing her big one, popping up on YouTube every day with that negative and cursing and carrying on. Hey Tabby, hey NXS, cursing and carrying on, telling Robert, "You fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag." And now here we are, 2, 3 years later, and who fumbled her bag? Robert's not in the picture, and her bag is dried up. So whose bag was fumbled? She's to the point now. When she first came out, she was popping her shit. She made $450,000 in one year, and this, that, and the other. And now she's on social media begging for cash apps, begging for GoFundMe's for lawyers, begging for super chats. So I ask again, who fumbled her bag? There's no way, y'all, that I would have met a man that set me up to make the money she was making, that taught me the game, and here 3 years later, I destroyed my own brand. She thought she was doing something. She thought that she was popping her big one when she was coming live and when she was doing all that trying to destroy Robert. And she didn't realize that the more ditches she dug for Robert, she was digging one around herself, and she was falling in that same ditch she was digging for him. And now it's to the point to where she is not getting she's getting views, but these social media platforms are paying differently for views. And she's to the point to where now she's relying on her supporters to do everything. to pay for babies that she purposely got, to pay for birthdays, to pay for lawyers. And back in the day, she didn't have to do all that. Like I say, she was set up to win. And if she would have listened to Robert, if she would have listened to Robert, can y'all hear me? If she would have listened to Robert and just did family content, she would still be in her bag. But because she thought that by using Robert's name and trying to make money off the fame in Robert, it was going to help her. Now she sees everybody that comes in this saga, everybody that comes in this sector, she tells them to use Robert to try to come up, to get clicks, to get paid, to defame Robert. And it didn't work for her, and it'll only work for them for a little while. Only for a little while. But let me first say, when people think of a bag, they only think of money wise, or they think of money. Yeah, that's wrong, corporate Mika. When people think of a bag, they immediately think of just monetary, but she fumbled the bag all the way around. And what I mean by that, in her case, she had this man that accepted her with nothing. Hey, Spicy Brown. Hey, Pammy Pooh. Hey, everybody coming in. She had this man that accepted her with nothing. She came in this on the scene. Nobody knew who she was. This man, this man took her in and accepted her and kids that did not belong to him. I know y'all tired of hearing this, but when you talk about this and talk about the history, you have to mention that. And hey, Blueberry, and when he did this, she was working at Best Buy. She said so herself. In some instances, I think she said that she didn't finish high school, if I remember correctly. But she was working at Best Buy. He told her to stay home with the kids. He taught her the game, and she together they were a good pair. But she got the big head. She when he allowed her to keep her money and stack her money, she saw that as an exit plan. And she got the big head. And when she got the big head, she came up with the strategy. But she didn't realize that that strategy was short lived, because with some people, they have to attach to others in order to be blessed. And Robert was her blessing. She didn't see it, and you all might not agree, but by her being attached to Robert, that was her blessing. And when she left him, it started going downhill for her. The devil made it look like she was doing so much better and it was glamorous. But when she left Robert, everything became trying to show everybody that she was doing better than Robert. But Robert was her bag and not just the money. He was a father to those kids. He would cook, he would clean. He taught her the ropes. He was her better half. You ever hear people say, my better half? Well, he was her better half. And in order for her to stay afloat, she needed him because she didn't have a mindset to do it on her own. She didn't have it. She had the viewers, she had the supporters, but she did not have the mindset to do it on her own and to keep it on her own. She needed Robert behind her to keep her sane. I want to say she would still go off anyway, but in order to keep her where she needed to be, because by herself, when she said what, as she quote, I was free, or I got my freedom, I'm not under control, I'm not under his control no more. She needed that, because look at what she's done to her brand in such a short time. She destroyed her own brand with all the negativity, all the stuff that he was telling her not to do. Once she left him, she started doing it. And by her doing that, Yes, she fumbled her own bag. She was talking about he fumbled the bag. No, baby, you fumbled it because you left your stability. And now she's out here chasing the nigga that ain't studying her. Hey, Tracy, chasing, oh, hey, Crystal, chasing somebody that is not worried about her. She thought that she had a second chance at another bag because she thought Janelle was going to be bigger than what he is. And I can honestly say that I believe this girl every night go to bed thinking about Robert and how she effed up. Yes, when she did what she did, Robert made up his mind he didn't want her no more. But I honestly think, and I don't know, corporate don't hold me to this, Mika, but if she wouldn't have called the police and told that lie, I think maybe they could have worked things out. But that was the end of it. He was like, I'm not taking that anymore. I can't speak for him, but that's what I believe. Because once you put a man in a position to get unalived by the police by lying, they look at you differently, and whatever you had will be gone. But by her, by her doing what she did, she was on a quest to prove him wrong and to prove that she didn't need him and to prove that she was doing better than him to the point to where she started making careless decisions. She made a decision to fund her own reality show. She made a decision to buy her way onto magazine covers. All of these decisions that she was making to make it to appear that she was doing so well and that she was booked and busy, they were paid for events, paid magazine covers, paid. She even hired bodyguards to follow her around like she was just this big celebrity. And in doing that, she wasted a lot of money. Then she meet this ninja. She want to show him how she popping, so she spend a lot of money on him trying to impress him that she that girl. And I bet if she can take all of that back now and do things differently, she would. Because now she's scratching and surviving. Like they say on Good Times, she's scratching and surviving, trying to hold on to the social media thing, but it just ain't paying like it used to. And now she's talking about she want to go and work in the NICU. She said that this morning on her live. She wants to go and work in the NICU, but she don't know what to study in order to do so. Hey, everybody coming in the chat. He got sick. She got a little taste of outside. Then everything Rob said sounded like he was controlling, but she really just wanted to be. Yeah, she just wanted to be outside. Now when she goes live, it's either in the dark when she makes videos, she have on these little cartoon characters because I know she got to feel like the biggest fool because that girl had a platform that could have gone places. It could have led her to other things. She had people lined up ready to help take her to the next level, begging her to stay off social media being negative. She was worried about a temporary bag when those people were trying to set her up to get a permanent bag. She saw this little month by month money, temporary, and couldn't see the bigger picture. And now everybody's talking about how she's done out here and everything that she's still doing out here. And now she's wanting everybody to show up because we bringing attention to her. More every week, more and more and more people are talking about her. I saw her name on a bigger every week is a bigger platform talking about her because she will not sit down somewhere. She can she's still thinking that she can stop us from talking about her. All she got to do is ignore. She goes looking for everything because how did she know that anybody in the comments were saying that Briana was behind Harmony getting struck? I mean Harmony getting hacked. She wouldn't have known that unless she was on Harmony's post looking. She wouldn't know a lot of stuff if she weren't on everybody's page looking. But yeah, I when you start thinking about her, she like one time she was trying to say she did not learn anything from Robert. He didn't teach her. She hired this marketing company. Everything, every chance she got, she took away what he did. But he was her bag. He was her husband. He loved her enough to marry her. He took her from the street. He got her off the street. He was her confidant. He was her biggest supporter. Hey, blessed and chosen. He was her babysitter. He was those children's dad at the time. He was the whole package. He showed you a life where you could make money. He set you up to take care of your kids until they were grown. And then what you do? She fumbled that. She looking at a bag like because he was not doing that well when he left, but we come to find out he still was doing well even when she left. But she may have been doing a little bit better than him. But she looked at that as a monetary thing because she was making more money than him, that he fumbled the bag. But no, in actuality, baby, she fumbled it big time. And for her to be talking about going back to work, that lets you know she ain't hitting on nothing no more. Now she's facing reality. And now with that faced reality, she is going to, I guess what they say, throw in the towel and accept defeat. Them people are gonna get tired of supporting her. They're gonna get tired of throwing their money behind her. And when that happens, I think the reason that they're doing that now is to show us, is to prove something to us. They went in the chat talking about super chat party. They doing that to try to prove something, just like they doing that other lady. They do that to try to prove something because they know we be in their bushes. But that's them if they that stupid. Are they gonna take care of her for that next 18 years with those babies? And I think that is why she is trying to hang on to Amora, because Amora is her lifeline. Because even if she have to move and get a job, that $1,500 will look good to her. It will look good every month helping out with bills. I don't think it's because she just want Amora. I think it's because of the money that comes with Amora. If the other one was paying child support, you think she would let that baby go stay with his dad? No, that's a mouth off of her and the clothing that she don't have to buy every month. And then she got to ask herself, was he acting like that with Robert? Or did he start acting like that once I left Robert? See, they don't take children's feelings into consideration. And from what I understand, they say he was acting out. And by him acting out, it could have a lot to do with everything that's been going on. She want to say it's because the internet is bullying her children. Nobody's bullying her children. She takes some of the stuff that I have seen on Facebook when some of the people do be going in on how she have them looking, and she takes that as people bullying them. But she cannot put that on content creators if the content creators are not saying it. It's like she put everything in one lump because they're doing it. Then she's gonna say, well, the content creators are doing it. But when she goes to court, she's gonna be looking stupid when she's showing up there running her mouth and she has no evidence. The judge is gonna ask for evidence, or the DA, or if it goes that far, they're gonna want to see your evidence. And your word of mouth is not evidence. You're gonna have to go in them comments and show them who's saying it, or you're gonna have to come to these videos and show a clipping of us saying that about your children. And she cannot do that. She can't go to the comments and say shit. Not about the content creators. She can go to the comments and say whatever these supporters say, but that ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't control grown people. She came out here and she aligned herself with some of the biggest thugs on social media. And when I say thugs, that's what they were carrying on. Like, they were doxing people, they were calling people jobs, they was doing all of that, and still are doxing and calling calling the authorities, going to the they came out here and they were swinging. They still just a couple of weeks ago put out Robert's address. They still doxing. And this is what she aligned herself up with. People that are sitting back looking at this, she had some true supporters. And she had some supporters that actually believed her. But the more they watched her, the more they saw how she was doing, the more they saw her giving shout outs, the more they saw her aligning herself with them. That's why she's not getting the views she used to get. Yeah, she get views on shorts, but shorts don't pay. It take a lot of shorts to make a paycheck. I think the biggest thing with YouTube and Facebook, no, yeah, the biggest thing with YouTube and Facebook is going live. And when they took away the ability to get paid going live on Facebook, that's where a lot of the money started drying up for a lot of people. I got a friend that was a content creator. She was not a big one, but she was making a couple of like $2,000-3,000 a month, and she was not having the views and interactions that Briana was having. Now she barely makes $200 a month for them same views. That just goes to show how they're not paying like they used to. And I see her, she's easing her way on over here to YouTube. She said he called the police multiple times on him. He said she called the police. That was the last he could have. Exactly, that's the one. That's the one that broke. What they say. That's the camel. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Everyone in the chat. Hey Beverly, discussion board. That was the best thing she ever had, and she's trying so hard to make Booger Boy appear like he's better than LaTruth, but he's not a fraction of a man as LaTruth is. He's not a fraction of a man. This man does not even publicly claim her. He has never publicly acknowledged his love for her. And they've been together almost 2 years, alleged 2 years. Well, I'll say about 3 because she brought him out when this first started. So they've been together almost 3 years and have had babies. And marriage is not nowhere in the equation. She's showing off rings, and he hadn't even acknowledged that he's in love with her. He hadn't even acknowledged that they in a relationship. And she's doing all of that. Every time somebody say that he's not around, she will show pictures or try to go live and show that she's at his house. She's making herself look stupid because this man is not publicly acknowledging her. But she wants so bad for him to come out to the public and let people know that she his girl. He goes on vacations with the year. He does that. But I still have not heard this man say, "This my girl, I love my girl." Robert let people know when he was with her, "This my wife, this my wife. Y'all be nice to her. Y'all don't talk to her like that. Y'all be kind in the comments." This man will let her hang. He does not come out and defend her at any time. But this is who she's trying to make people believe is going to be her next husband. That's all she does, watch pages all day. She want to say, "I'm not live. I got real stuff going on in my life. I don't be on social media that much." Well, damn it, if you don't be on social media that much, how do you know everything that the content creators are saying? How? How did she know Harmony was going to do a live and she went on TikTok talking about the live? Not TikTok, Snapchat. Because that's all she does. And she has it out. And I know y'all have heard this, but she got it out for Harmony. Why, I do not know. But she has it in for Harmony real bad. Thank you, Protect Your Peace, for the membership. That man will come home from work and still have to cook dinner. Exactly. That day, they was arguing. Y'all remember when he showed the film when he was walking and she walked by him? All those bags there. He said that I think he said that they had been there and she hadn't cleaned up nothing all day, just laying around in the bed. Some people ain't lying. Know what people, Creature? That's her parenting. Yeah, that's her parenting. But she want to say they talking about the kids. No, they talking about your lazy ass. My two cents. Hey, Terry. Thank you, Terry. 123. We'll show a little bit of love. That's right, y'all. Hit that like button. Myself. Myself. Do I have a Zelle? I'll look it up and put it in the chat. Protect your peace. And you don't have Cash App, do you? Hey, Am. Thank you, Amber. This girl is a pathological liar. And she does not mind. I would be embarrassed. When I say embarrassed, I would be embarrassed to get caught up in as many lies as this girl has gotten caught up in. I would not feel good. I would not, I would just be embarrassed. Okay. This says pathological lying, also known as pseudologia fantastica, is a behavior characterized by the habitual and compulsive tendency to lie. Individuals who engage in this behavior often tell elaborate and fabricated stories, sometimes for no apparent reason, and may even believe their own lies. This behavior can lead to significant impairment in social, occupational, and other areas of functioning. This girl mm, believes her own lies because she comes out here and she tells the same lies over and over and over and over and over. We harassing her, we bullying her, we talking about her kids, we calling her kids animal names. We She believes those lies because she come out here and tell the same lies. And she has persuaded her following to believe that stuff too. And it's like they cannot think for themselves. They let a 30, you got 50, 60-year-old women that let 32-year-old woman manipulate their minds to believe that and repeat this shit she said. They are out here doing the same thing. When the Bible says what falls from the head falls to the tail, she's their leader and she's the supreme liar, and her minions and her army comes out here and stress and exaggerate the lies. They say there's differences from other types of lies. You have the pathological liars, and that's what I just said. They lie incessantly. Wait a minute, these glasses. They lie incessantly, often without clear gain, and their lies can be extensive and elaborate. They may manipulate others and create false narratives that portray them in a favorable light. And that's what she does when she comes out to lie. She tells these lies to paint herself as a victim. She tells these lies in order to make it seem like she's doing nothing. She has the good heart. All these people just picking on her for nothing. She's came out. She's taken accountability. She's never taken accountability, but she says she came out. She's taken accountability. So why are people still talking about her when she's stood in her truth? She's taken her accountability. We all know that she's never taken accountability. Her accountability would be telling the truth that she lied on Robert, but she'll never do that. Then you have compulsive liars. While they also lie frequently, their lying may be more reflexive and habitual, often without the intent to deceive for personal gain. That would not be her. She's the pathological because all the lies she tells, they are for personal gain. Some common signs that someone may be a pathological liar may include excessive lying. They frequently tell lies that are easily disproven or exaggerated. Lying without good reason, their lies often serve no clear purpose and can lead to negative consequences for themselves and others. And they change narratives. They may alter their stories over time, making it difficult to discern the truth. And that's what she's done. She's come out here. She's told so many lies. She's changed the story. She's told the truth. She's changed the story. He beat me in my head. He didn't beat me. I never said he broke my finger. He broke my finger. He hit me upside the head. He drugged me. I never said he drugged me. She tells all these lies, take them back, tell all these lies, walk them back, and then she turn around and try to manipulate. And when things don't go her way or that walking it back don't work, then she come forward and she gets worse. She exaggerates it. When he publicly acknowledged her, it was when he made that public message on Facebook that they were going their separate ways or they're still going to support each other as friends. Yep, and she did that too. She made that she did that as well. She came forward and said that she was going to they were going to be friends. He was her best friend, this, that, and the other. And I think she only did that because she thought that she was going to have a chance to get him back, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out that way for her. Hey, Elise. All right, protective peace. All right, EYP. Okay, I already did that one. Anybody want to come up here with me? Can Terry? Yeah, Pammy Pooh, they do that. They volunteer lies. Nobody asked them for the lies. Like she came up and she volunteered the lie. Her truck was paid off. She never been put out. And the fact was, the truck was behind when she told that lie. But all of that, she attached herself to these demons, and by her attaching herself to them, it has destroyed her brand, and she still don't see that. If she would just go away, and when she put out stuff, put it out. Put your content out about your kids. Stop going looking in everybody's chats, getting what is it? She go and look at everybody's chat, then she gets riled up to come live over here. Every time she comes live over here, she messed up and tell on herself. Today, she came on live and incriminated herself because she said that she came over here and incriminated herself on her live today because she said that the bloggers called CPS on her. That's not incrimination. That's just one of the lies she told this morning that us bloggers called CPS on her. We cannot help what the supporters do, but I would not dare call CPS and take my time to look that up and call CPS on her. I feel like if she's gonna keep getting mad about people talking mess about her, stop putting it out. And then she go live and say she said she don't have to say nothing to her supporters that rock with her because they know what to do. That's self-incriminating. Everybody that's all her supporters and the stuff they out there doing, they know they are doing that to appease her, and she just giving it her blessing. She don't know how. She need to stop hitting the live button and just make her self-recorded videos because every time she goes live, she incriminates herself. She's slow. She need to be on the yellow bus. She don't need to be driving. Somebody, the yellow bus need to be coming by and blowing for her whenever she needs to go somewhere. Because you got a court case going. She got a clause in her divorce that says third party. And she's amening these people dogging Robert out. She's amening these people that's doing all of this stuff. I know it has nothing to do with third party, but she is like, okay, I don't have to say because they know what I want. She's not saying I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't condone that. She said, I don't have to say nothing. My supporters know what to do. That's wrong. That's real wrong. And that's very stupid when you got a pending court case coming up. Then they do this dumb shit. And then when they get through with the live, they hit the delete button. Do they not realize these phones have recording? They screen record. So you can delete the live all you want to. It's still out there. It's like they don't learn. She don't learn. She hadn't learned nothing. She should, in 3 years counting, every negative thing that she's ever said about Janelle or Robert. Well, no, she left Robert's up. I take that back. About Janelle, she took it back. But it's still out there because it was screen recorded. She's another one that thinks she's untouchable, y'all. This girl swears that she is untouchable, and she swears that she has the most sense out of everybody. And they got her thinking like that. The more they do, the more they dox, the more they attach themselves to her brand and do this kind of stuff, that bag gonna keep on drying up. And they're gonna have to keep on supporting her. They're gonna have to have their supporters to keep supporting her because they're the ones that's making it where she can't. They're the ones that's making it where she cannot afford to drive her nice cars that she want to drive. She can't afford to live in the big mansions that she want to live in. They're making it like that for her because ain't no more drama. They're making it like that for her because they are um, out here doing all that devilish stuff. They out here running everybody's background. What difference does it make them putting up people's background? Most of the stuff happened to people when they are young. They have gone on in life and excelled in life, and they still talking about what they did when they was 20, what they did when they were 19, what they did. Who the fuck cares? What are they doing now is what matters. They doing all of that, but it's only showing who they are because it means if you evil enough to do that, then they did what they did when they were young, but you all are old ass women and still doing it. So what does it say about them? I don't get it. This mess been going on for 3 years. And for 3 years, they've been doxing, they've been talking about people, they've been doing all of that shit, and they still have not stopped anybody from talking about Briana. They still haven't. They've been threatening, they've been going to the police, they've been trying to get people arrested, and they still have not stopped people from talking. At some point, they're going to concentrate on content and stop worrying about content creators because it just shows their character when they do all of that. And you have people that follow that and that live for that kind of stuff. And that just show you how they are in their real life. It shows you the type people they are in their real lives. Messy, love shit, gossip, keep up shit from family member to family member. They just showing you who they really are. Because I just do not believe the internet can bring that much demonic shit out of a person. Money cannot bring that much demonic shit out of a person. That's who they are. Hey, Truth Slayer, that's who they are. That's who Briana is. Every time Robert's back was turned, she did those type videos that she's doing now. The money did not make her into this person. She came in here. That's how she was. She hit that live button and dragged Deshaun. It does not. Hey, T Nice. It does not um shape who you are. It just shows who you are. And you have so many damaged women that don't see nothing wrong with that. You have so many damaged women that's paying for that. You have so many damaged women that don't see that that condone that kind of bullshit. And they are old ass women. I would hate to see their lives in real life being that old and condoning that. Being that old and paying to see that. Being that old and coming in people's chat talking crap, talking about people, calling people names. What? They need to be in church on their knees praying, but they on the internet causing, wreaking havoc. It don't make no sense. And the ones that are in the chats doing it, it's just showing who they are because they in the chats condoning that mess. Hey, everybody coming in the chat. T Nice, Gracie, Amanda, and Darlene. There's no way my old behind with grandchildren and three children, three grown children, would get on this internet and carry on like that, wishing death on people, talking about people dead relatives. Ain't no way I would do that. I don't care enough to look up your background because you showing me who you are right now. I don't have to look up nothing. The way they carrying on right now shows you everything about them. You don't have to do a background check. They showing you in the foreground who they are. I would never deal with those kind of people in real life. People that can say some of the most vile, disgusting things I've heard out of their mouth. People that can laugh at people because they've been sick. People that get a kick out of other people's downfall. I can't align myself with people like that because when you align yourself in those kind of circles, birds of a feather flock together. You are who you be around. And people can say they different, they not like that. If you over there and you paying to hear that, you just as evil. I don't care if you never talked about nobody's parent. I don't care if you never talked about nobody's children. I don't care if you never talked about anybody's deceased loved one. You over there condoning it, so you're just as bad. And I bet half of them women get up and go to church every Sunday. I'm willing to tell y'all. I mean, I'm willing to bet that they get up and go to church every Sunday. And I wonder, do those church sisters know who they sitting next to? That's why a lot of them got fake names on here, so it won't be tied to them in real life. Thank you, Lolita, for the super sticker. It just don't make no sense. I can understand coming out to defend yourself, especially when you get tired of people always picking on you, picking on you, picking on you to no avail. You ask them to stop and they still pick. You ask them to stop and people still sending you stuff to chat saying. That can be annoying. But you have to look at those people character that does that. I cannot make a video where they ain't bringing that ignorance to my video. But I'm not going to go back and forth with them. I'm just gonna hide them from my channel. Y'all can talk, but I won't see it and my people won't see it. So if you want to waste your time putting that bullshit in my comments, type away. But if I see it, I'm gonna hide you from the channel and nobody will read it but you. I am too. I'm 56. And I cannot believe that way these people carry on this internet. And they, when I saw how old they were when they went on their retreat, I was like, wow. I could not believe that. Hey Tanya. Nisha, it is. It is sad too. It is sad. And some of these women are teachers. Can you believe some of them might teach Sunday school? Would you want these spirits over your children in a classroom? Some of them work at banks. They have good careers and they carrying on like that. I would not want them around my dog because a demon spirit might jump out on my dog. I don't see how they can sit and listen. I can't either. I be trying to be in the bushes, but it's something my spirit will not let me stay in there. My spirit will not let me stay in those chats. They can tell you when they like I can't stay in the chat because it messes up, it messes with my spirit. And I just can't do it. I don't see how those women, that's why I say they gotta be just as evil because a person's spirit will not let them sit around that type of stuff. Hey Jackie, everybody that came in and I may have missed you, thank you. And how y'all doing and welcome. Anybody want to come up? I had a lot more to say, but I had a lot more to say and I was gonna show videos, but I'm tired of seeing those videos of her cutting the food. I am so tired. But this girl and the way she got these old ass women worshiping her, it shows that they could not have had much in life. They could not have had love in life, and they could not. They treating her like she's a celebrity because she got a lot of followers, but she's not a celebrity. She's just a small-minded little girl with a bunch of followers, and a lot of them are doing all this bullshit online for adoration. They want people worshiping and idolizing them. Why? These are people that you don't know. The majority of them you will never meet, but you get out here and destroy your character for a super chat. You get out here and destroy your character for a cash app. You get out here and destroy your character for a super chat, super sticker. No, that character was already flawed, and ain't no amount of money, no amount of money. Good night. Where am I to the devil? That's what I know. They sit in church too. That's what I'm saying. I bet half of those women that be in that chat that be doing all of that, the older ones, I bet they get up every morning, go to go to church every Tuesday they in prayer meeting, every Thursday they in what is it, Bible study, and then get up there and act like they worshiping God when they be having a cuss fest early in the live and then go behind closed doors and say prayer. You can't bless and cuss out the same mouth. That's the reason right there I stopped going to church. I'm not what they call it religious, but I am spiritual. I cannot sit next to them people like I can't sit next to them people. And where I'm from is real small and everybody know everybody business. And I be like, I can't do this. Her voice makes my stomach hurt. I can't even stomach the word. Exactly. And looks like the more they lie, the more excited they get. The more they lie, the more excited they chat get. And it's like they it's cultish. It's cultish because they're telling it. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's like it's a cult, and they follow blindly. You can tell this lie today, then tomorrow you can come back and tell another lie that don't match the lie you told yesterday. They go with the new lie. Nobody questions. Nobody questions. Well, you said this yesterday. They just adapt to the new lie. No questions asked. And that's what make it like a cult. I don't know who watches Ruthless. That was my show, but They on some cult like ruthless like shit. Can't do it, my spirit. Exactly. Hey, Candy Kisses. Sandra, how you doing? I spoke to a man. Hey, Sci-Fi Virgo. Hey, Nisha. Thank you, Pam and Pooh, for the super sticker. And want to talk about people's appearance. Tara, I'm going to put you out of here. I'm put you out of here, Tara. And want to talk about people's appearance with that blonde hair and Mark Henry looking at people. Tara, they gonna come for you, bro. Y'all know who he talking about too. Y'all, Tara be going in. Can anyone tell me that CC name something like okay? You're average at best, man. He be going in. He be going in. I know that's not a reason not to go to church. You go to work with a lot of liars. No, I actually work from home. But I do come across them. So yeah, you're right. You're right. And they will. Her supporters will set themselves on fire for all she has to do is tell them to. Exactly. Like that girl had that cash up, and baby, it didn't go. It did not set off until she sent them over there both times. She sent them over there and set it off, baby. They didn't do it for her. They did it because they were told to by the new leader. Yep. But I don't know what she has, why she has it in for Harmony so much. Like my thing is everything that you do, you dig yourself deeper and deeper and deeper in a hole, right? And she will come live. She does those lives. She put out a bunch of lies, and then she go back and she be quiet for a little while. But my thing is, if you would stop watching people, you wouldn't have a reason to hit the live button and spaz out because that's only ruining your brand even more, proving what people say to be true. You unhinged. Now she's sitting back. She's sitting back, and she's stuck with for 18 years with the baby from a ninja that's probably gonna go marry somebody else within the next few years. But nothing do her but get a baby. She told somebody that well, she said on her live today that she was going to or either had a hysterectomy. I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure, but I think she did say that she was going to have a hysterectomy, or either she had a hysterectomy. But I guess she would after having 6 kids, and she ought to know that that trapping game don't work. It didn't work with Robert. It didn't hurt with the first one, and it's not working with the third one. I think that if Robert gets custody of Mosky, that is going to open the doors for him to get custody of his. I honestly believe that if that's what he wants, or that's what Patricia wants, I believe that's what's going to end up happening. We'll see. And I don't know, understand why them people don't get it. Money does not buy court cases, baby. Facts do. Evidence does. You can pay $25,000 for an attorney and still lose a case. P. Diddy done paid millions and millions of dollars for his, and it's looking like he's finna lose his case. So you can throw all the money you want to behind the best lawyer, a top tier lawyer. Hey, Auntie Pimo, but when it comes to facts and evidence and not just word of mouth, that's what's gonna decide a case. I saw that video. That's a shame. But that was, oh, that's a shame. Call the police talking about she beat that man on live. And the man talking about you did it. I mean, those police were very unprofessional. I know once you get a call like that, you have to see the kids, but she should have now enough unwarranted calls down there to where they don't just come out like that because these people been doing this to her for 3 years and they still running behind every call. I think that they should trace wherever that call came from. And these are her supporters yet again. I think they should trace wherever that call came from, start tracing these calls and sending the police to their houses in whatever city the calls came from, because it is against the law to make false reports, wasting police's time when more serious, where something more serious could be going on, and you all taking them from matters that are more serious for bullshit. Hey, Auntie, his mama don't want them cartoon kids. Tanya Lewis, I'm talking about one of them hags that was on on lunch. Terry, they gonna get your ass. What the hell going on with these people? They crazy. They are very crazy. They don't think. And Auntie Pimo, we was talking about how old they are and carrying on like that with no shame in it. They think they doing they big ones. They think they're doing their big ones. I can't see how anybody does not see that that is demonic. I can't see how anybody would sit under a person having church on the beach, having a Bible study, and then put the Bible down. It's put the Bible down and then go on a cuss fest. God don't work like that. They're gonna get enough of playing with God. They are going to get enough from the head to the tail. They're gonna get enough of playing with God. He is gonna make a believer out of them. And right before our eyes, just like they showing up before our eyes, just like they doing all that in the public, God is going to publicly make an example out of them and a believer out of them. Watch what I tell you. Starting with the head, starting with the head honcho, the snake, the snake's head. In order to kill the snake, you got to cut off the head. In order to heal all of this, God is going to have to take Briana down. Because what she said today, she told us that it's stamped and approved. She was like telling them, I approve this message. And in order for all of this to stop, she is the one that's going to have to be brought down. She sits back and hide her hands. She's like, y'all heard the saying, throw a rock, hide your hand. She is the worst kind of snake too. She is the worst kind of snake because she likes to hide her hands. She's the kind that you okay, you know a rattlesnake, right? That's her minions. They the rattlers. They come out here, they boast, you can hear them coming. She's the kind of snake that you don't see coming, but you know it's there, and then they're gonna strike. She uses the rattlesnakes to strike for her. So they're gonna have to cut off her head to kill the other snake. In order to kill a snake, you have to cut off the head, and that's what, excuse me, and that's what is gonna happen. I don't know if Robert's gonna be the one to do it, but somebody's gonna be the one to do it, and she's not going to be able to hide behind freedom of speech or none of that, because she is inciting them people. She's giving them their stamp of approval, and because she's doing that, she's gonna be the one that's taken down first. It's not gonna be the minion. It's gonna be her. She's gonna come down in a hard way. It. She's gonna fall hard when she falls because God is getting tired of her. She's another one that loves to play with him. She's another one that loves to share scripture. She's another one that shares scripture today and dancing and popping her behind tomorrow. Share scripture today and showing off her body tomorrow. Share scripture today and tonight she dancing in the mirror gyrating. He's gonna make an example out of her. Y'all watch now. Like Tabby say, watch and see. It ain't gonna be long. I'm surprised it's been going on this long. Do you all know that, like, y'all remember Shamar, right? Y'all remember how when Shamar first came out, he's out there too. But he was making bag. He was doing really, really good. He was out there. He was cutting the food like he does, but he was making bag. But when he started getting a few followers, when he started getting in his bag, he got the big head and he was wasting a lot of money. And then Shamar ended up homeless. God took him down right before our eyes. He was out here. He was not doing like doxing people and all that, but he was making a public spectacle out of himself. And God brought him down. Shamar was homeless, living on the street. He once he did that, I mean, once he got humble when his behind got homeless, and once he humbled himself, God is returning it to him. Now he has a car. Now he has an apartment. He has this little song out. He's going on tour. He's making money again because God had to take him down through there to let him see, just like you were blessed with it, I'll allow the devil to take it away. And that's what's going to happen to her. That's going to happen to the other lady. I don't care how much they get in the comments and be talking about, um, get in the comments and be talking about all of this, talking about us, calling us demons, talking about we crazy, talking about we slow bus. We not doing half the stuff they do. So if we are demons, then they what they call them, high ranking. They sit right next to Lucifer. They are high ranking demons because, like I said, we do nothing near what they do. Look, RH stuck with everything evil connected to her demonic ways. Look, stuck with everything evil connected to her demonic soul. Child, sleep on now. Alter, smart, disconnect. Sleepy, Janelle, ML. I don't know who that ML is. Walter, Janelle, mom was smart enough to disconnect. She has to protect herself. Yep, yep. Please share this live. Thank you, Candy. You can tell they've never been loved properly. A bunch of hurt, miserable, sad, lonely old biddies. Exactly. Exactly. They are sad, miserable, and mm, I would think that all of them went to the same, they were all of us in the same foster home because all of them have the same traits of a person that did not grow up in a household where there's love, a person that did not grow up where it was boundaries and they was taught integrity. They were taught to be, what is that word? Integrity, values, self-respect. They weren't taught that. So by them not being taught that, this is what we get. I bet they were the kind that, just like Briana, talked back, couldn't tell them nothing. They grown. They don't listen to nobody. You can't tell me what to do. Or if somebody tried to tell them what to do, you're not my mama. I do what the F I want to do. That type of thing. I remember on this video that I just did with that little girl. You see the same kind of women in that on my comments in that video. That's agreeing with the same kind of women that are agreeing with that little girl dancing like that. So I don't know. I don't care what sector you go in and how bad things get. You can put the right thing out there, but the people only, they're not gonna when money's involved, they're not gonna look at what's right. The mighty dollar has the power to sway people's minds, and that lady would not stop that little girl from dancing like that because she making a bag. She making $6,000 for that girl to appear. She's not finna let that go because we don't agree with it. She's not finna stop that little girl from dancing like that because we don't agree with it. And the women, old women that's coming up in that chat condoning that, they, I think they're the same type. I saw a video on what's the name where they were saying the girl was trying to teach her little girl the boots on the ground, and the little girl was messing it up. I mean, everybody is trying to make money off of the backs and on social media by exhibiting the worst behavior. Yeah, the little girl is cute, but why can't she be on there doing cute little girl stuff? Why she got to be on there doing up stuff? Why Briana can't be on the internet doing nice family stuff? Why she got to be on here doing all that mess that she does? Once they get an audience, they go crazy. They lose their minds. You know, exactly. Protect your peace. Thank you, Candy Kisses. Hey, Miss White. Thank you, Am Am. I'm trying to catch up, not get too far behind in the comments. Yeah, she's gonna end soon. Right now, she still got a leg. She still got a leg because she has some people still pouring out money to her. But in the end, when they get tired, because they're gonna get tired of just pouring out their money, and it's the same ones over and over. She got all those supporters, but why is it the same ones that keep supporting and keep doing that? They're gonna get tired. And once they get tired, she's going to be forced to get a job to accommodate her social media money. Because I did read the other day that I hate to say it, but YouTube is going to change the way they pay, and they already ain't paying nothing. can you? Can they see what's going on in the real world? We have fires, wars, and exactly. They don't care nothing about the real world, honey. They not trying to see that. They do not care at all. I know. I think she has a case against her because she's talking in riddles. She didn't even say her name on. She made a little post and didn't even say her name. Excuse me. Candy kisses. Mm. It's white. PYP. I don't know what that is. I guess she's speaking to somebody. Y'all tell me what. Can anybody tell me why they got so upset? Why they got so upset because Robert came to Amber's party? Why did that upset them so? Because they know their leader would never come to anything they have. Now she reading more children book and don't know how to be patient with her. She's trying to show herself doing kitty stuff with her. Like they was outside sliding on the little slip and slide. But why do it now? You're trying to show you're a good mother now because you're fixing to go to court. All the other stuff is not erased because now you're showing some intimate moments with you and your children when you should have been doing this I bet you can't find 10 videos where she's showing intimate mothering moments with those kids other than doing the little trends on YouTube. You can't show her helping with homework. You can't show none of that. When she was pregnant, she showed herself doing her hair. She did a video of her doing her hair when she was getting ready to go out of town with Janelle. She's reading to her today. She got the one in the park. You can't count 10 times on her hand when she saw when she where she was doing motherly things with that baby. She needs to hire somebody to help her rebrand, but even that may still be too late. Social media won't allow people making money for too much longer. We live in a world only the rich win. Exactly, exactly. When our president was running for office, he made a comment about it wasn't right for people to sit home and not work and just pull out a camera and make more money than the people that work hard every day. And I knew then that he was fixing to come after these platforms. He tried with TikTok, but that one backfired on him. But they say TikTok's not paying the same no more, so there may be something that they negotiated. My niece used to be an influencer on there, and she's not making the money she used to make on there. She was a wig influencer, and she was making a lot of money, but ever since it left and came back, she don't even do it like that no more because the money changed. I was shocked to see. He did. He did. I was shocked to see him there too. He definitely won't. Nope, that lady don't like them for real. She uses them. And when things go her way and she's where she was, she tells them, I didn't tell you to do this, mind your MF business. She does. It's like she's doing that for show. She's doing that because she knows the camera's rolling. Everything, every time she put that camera up and she's supposed to be doing like intimate moments with whoever, Janelle, the kids, the babies, she cutting that eye to read the comments. She can't even be sincere in making a video showing her loving on her kids without cutting her eyes trying to read the comments. She don't listen to anyone laugh. No one can help her rebrand. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. I don't think that would even help her at this point. Some people know. Some people don't know how to be parents. Yeah. I don't think I can't say by her being the way she is, not listening to anybody, because her we heard her dad getting on her, telling her to go home from Janelle's house that night. And that goes to show that she does not listen to anybody. And I can imagine what that the circumstances to where she was living with out living with this man at a young age, sleepy. I can imagine what her mom went through with her to the point to where she allowed her to leave home at that young of an age. She's the type that you can't tell what to do. And then after her mom died, I think the dad's love, I'm not gonna say I can't say it's not genuine, but it's not helping her. That love is not helping her at all because it's enabling her. Everybody that she's involved with enable her to be this bad person that she is. She comes on, she tries to act like she's all sweet, but baby, we know who you really are. It's too much out there showing who you really are. That little sweet persona she tried to put on, that little sweet voice, that's manipulating. I guess she's trying to manipulate the people that just come across her and don't really know her story. I hear a lot a couple of weeks ago, a lady put in my comments that she used to see her and she used to feel bad for her. And then she started watching our videos and when we broke down what really happened and she started going back looking at everything that she could not believe that that same young lady was that manipulative and that evil. So I think that she reads her reading comments like that. That's why she want to shut us down because she wants to be able to continue fooling the masses, and everybody done caught on to her. Those people over there, it's not even about her telling the truth. anymore. It's about them winning. They don't care. It's everything that their whole purpose is about defeating us, defeating this side. These side are idiots. This side is it's a game to them. They don't look at real life situations that come. They weren't looking at the fact that everything that you all were condoning would one day lead her to get taken to court for custody of her child. And they still doing the same thing. They still, I don't care if I love you and if I love, just say Whopper with the leg, if you and I are friends outside of here and I loved you and I was your friend for real, I would not care. I would, excuse me, I would not care. I would tell you, well, Whopper with legs formerly, um, I would tell you, well, you're doing wrong. And I don't care if you block me until you calm your ass down or until you don't, because I got friends now. My friends in real life. My best friend name is Tan. I get on her all the time. She'll go 2, 3 weeks without calling me, then call me back. Bitch, you still on one today? I'm like, no, I was never on one. You just don't want to hear the truth. But that's what friends do. We might not want to hear it, but we appreciate it in the long run. But she has nobody that would tell her the truth. They too scared of being blocked. I love my friend to death, and I don't care about her not calling me for 2 weeks after I set her ass straight. I don't care about that because I'm a real friend. I'm not an enabler. I'm just saying. And if they love her like they say they love her, they will stop enabling her. We got you. We got you. Well, y'all done had her till she about to lose that damn platform. Now how you feel? Now she out here every week. That darn money she done pulled off that thing. And now she over here trying to get the super chat so she can have some next month around the 21st to give Janelle. And y'all gonna give it to her to give him again. She say, well, they say I don't have a lawyer. I didn't use that money for a lawyer. But I do have a lawyer. I just want to come out here and tell y'all I do have a lawyer. Well, why isn't that lawyer listed on that court paperwork? Why are you representing yourself in the biggest fight of your life? The biggest fight of your life. I think the biggest fight of a person's life is fighting for their children. And when you've done as much as she's done, you would want to have an attorney. So if she was using that money for an attorney, why is he not listed on the paperwork? Why does it say she's representing herself? She can't go by the fact that Robert might not have a lawyer because Robert has not done half of the dirt that she's done. Robert does not need a lawyer. Robert records everything, remember? He don't come with half-ass receipts. He don't manipulate receipts. Y'all, wait a minute. Let me call. So because he don't have a lawyer, or he may not have a lawyer listed, does not mean that she don't need one. Because we all know that she's done a lot of stuff. We all know that when he did the contempt, she's guilty because we've seen her say she's guilty. So what did she do with the money? Janelle came back around. She was back around him around the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So that she used their money for him. And like I say, the most important fight of her life, I would have said, fuck trying to get even with these content creators. This man trying to take my baby. Let me hire a lawyer for this. At the moment, this is more important than me trying to lose a case, trying to shut up content creator. Let me get a lawyer for this. But she want to say she got a lawyer to help her take content creators to court. Secondary, something minute to you about to lose your child. So after They see that she don't have a lawyer. Okay. Last month there was a GoFundMe. They gave like crazy. She came over to YouTube. They gave like crazy. So is that gonna be their thing now? We helped destroy her, y'all. So we gotta keep her lifted. We gotta keep making sure she have money because we helped destroy her brand. That's what's going on now? That's guilt giving. But since we helped destroy her, y'all go over there and support her. And she still don't have sense enough to see that you attaching yourself to toxic. You attaching your brand. Well, that's your brand now. You can't change it. Your brand is toxic. You are attaching yourself to what you are. Their brand is your brand. I saw somebody laughing at how I was pronouncing that name. I sound like a girl trying to read that name, didn't I? Oh yeah, she would throw her supporters under the bus in the drop of a dime. Yep. Let what's his name come back and say something about her fooling with them again and see what happens. She gonna turn her back on them, or turning her whole back to see the phone. Yep. That she thinks the judge and press was pick. Nope. Remember she had a bad boy before sleeping. Yeah, she did. Excuse me, y'all. It's obvious the truth was behind a lot of the kids' maintenance and stuff. Exactly. They were looking so neat. Those they still cute. Now don't get me wrong, they're cutie pies. But the way they dress now has gone down. She's lazy in Vietnam. Sam Molly made it. Yep. And he said the food wasn't even good. She did all that to cook for him, and you saw him on the other side cooking for himself. Facebook is going. It is. It's gonna have a lot of people messed up. Yeah, I stay on social media. I can't sleep at night some nights, and I just be scrolling social media. Came across, y'all remember the little girl, Akila and the Bee? What's her real name? Akila and the Bee. What is that child's name, y'all? Oh my God, what is that child's name? Um, Shoot, what is her name? Anyway, the little girl that played Akila and the Bee. She's made y'all know she makes money. She's been doing it since she was a child. She says she's been taking care of her parents since her family. It's been on her back. She makes a lot of money. And this child said that she's a multimillionaire. She's a millionaire. And said even though she is a millionaire, she will drive a compact car, like an American made car, and she will pay $1,500 for rent before she go and try to impress people. She was like, if I make $1 million a month, my rent will not be more than 1,500, and that's smart. Why would you go throw away five, six, seven, $8,000 a month for something to rent to impress somebody? That when you go broke, they're gonna talk about you. Why not get somewhere that you can afford and bump what people say? You stacking your money. Who is what? I don't know. Is that Chi? Social media will prove who really has. Exactly. It will prove that. But she was talking today like going back to school to take up something to work in the NICU. She don't know what kind of degree to get. It's called nursing. That's why I don't have any friends today. My sister say I'm too mean. Sometimes you have to be mean. And like I say, if it's your real friend, then they'll understand. Nola. I'm not cheese. I changed my name when they gave Amber the name Baconator. I still don't know who it is. That's what they want. They really don't like her. It's all for the money. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. They know what they are doing. They are trying to get rid of her by telling her all the wrong things to do and act like they believe her lies. They get her supporters. Exactly. Exactly. They don't really care for this girl. They do not really care for her. Because if they did, like I said, they would tell her the truth. Now, one of them did say that they used to try to tell her the truth, and she would tell them, "You're not my mama," or she's trying to act like the mama. But I think that's why, what's Melissa? Melissa got far away from her because can't nobody tell her shit. She thinks she's the one popping. She thinks she's smarter than everybody else. And then as long as she got her daddy, who's supposed to love her more than anything, condoning her, who's supposed to love her and condoning everything she does, she's not gonna ever change, ever. Hey, Salita, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kiki Palmer. I could not think of that child name. But yeah, this girl got all that money and say she paid $1,500 a month rent, and then you got people over here trying to impress people and paying all that money in rent. I in my job, I noticed that we spend money different. People be calling to get their people be calling to get their like I work for 401k. Hey Ma Deuce. Yeah, I am. Thank you for the super. They be on here trying to act like they got it going on and no, I was talking about my job. Yeah. They be calling in, right? And I work with like a lot of multi-million dollar accounts. And I be like when they be calling in to do transactions from their 401k, the people with a lot of money, right? They will call in if they don't have banking information on file. We offer them the opportunity to have it overnighted, but the overnight fee is $50 or regular U.S. mail. The difference is 3 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days. So they will say the people with the money, they'll call in and get like $100,000 withdrawal. And when it comes down to sending the money, I said, "Would you like to have that expedited for a fee of $50?" They'd be like, "No, regular mail is fine." But us, when we call in, we will withdraw $200. After taxes, they would get $180. And when it comes down to how we're gonna send it to them, would you like to have that expedited for a fee of $50? Now, mind you, they down to $180. The 200 was all they could withdraw from the 401k. So they down to $180. $50 for expedited. They don't have banking information on file. Ask them, do you want to have that expedited for a fee of $50 or regular U.S. mail? These nuts will say expedited for $50. So now you're going from $180 to $130. Come on, we got to do better than that. That's a waste, just wasting money, just wasting money. You could have waited the 3 extra days to get it regular mail and had your whole $180. And I see them doing that all the time, and I be getting so upset. I don't care how small that check is, they will choose to expedite that money to them and waste that $50. And that's the mindset we have, wasteful spending. And I don't like that. And that's I see that a lot in this you in the social media thing, even with entertainment itself. I see a lot of them try to do things to impress people, and they do that, and they be trying to excuse me, they be spending unnecessary money when they should be stacking that money to impress people. They spend this money to try to live above them, and to me, I say the people that you see doing that is the ones that are not used to anything, the ones that feel like they got something to prove. I'm this big time social media influence. I'm this big time rapper. I'm this big time actor, and I got to show these people I got it going on. I can't be seen dressing like this. I can't be seen living like that. It's the mentality. If a person is used to something, they will stack that money and rent a 1 bedroom if it's just them. They're not gonna go with 1 or 2 people and rent a 5 bedroom house just to prove something to social media. And that's what that side, that's all they talk about. Material stuff. How they live. I live like this. I got this. Them people ain't got no, you don't know what people got. They just not flaunting. They just not putting it out there. You don't know what people got. You don't know how people doing. Y'all don't know how people living. They just not trying to prove nothing to the masses. Ain't nobody gonna wake up and say, I'm fixing this, uh, I'm fixing to just waste money to show people I got it like that. Man, F that. If they know like I know, they better be putting it back because we are getting ready. I keep up with politics and we are recession bound, baby. And I hate to say that, but we are headed for a recession. Those just facts. What's the name is making enemies all over. We may be going into another war. Anybody want to come up and say something? Yeah, that's all I wanted to say because I was just thinking about I I've been going through a lot of my videos because I be having people that know who I really am to come in my Facebook and be wanting me to go live or put out a video. And some days I be tired, I don't be feeling like it. So I go through my old ones, especially with my new supporters. I'll go through my old ones and I'll just repost something um that's still like going on right now or it's still relevant to what's going on now. And they asked me to come live, and I was like, I ran across the video when she was telling Rob, "You fumbled the bag, you fumbled the bag." And then I just thought about, okay, you bragging about he fumbled the bag, and now you on the internet begging for cash out for your children, begging for people to fund your pampers, begging for people to buy your children stuff. You say their supporters wanted you to do it. That's the excuse she always used. My supporters asked me to do this. That's an excuse for her not to be labeled as begging, but now she's doing it more and more often now. She's coming on YouTube and let's have a super chat party. She's begging more. And if she was doing like as good as she was doing in the beginning, she wouldn't be doing that. She would not be doing that. She didn't do it then, and she wouldn't be doing it now. But that money ain't hidden like it used to. So now she's coming asking them supporters for help more and more. And I was like, oh, how you talking about Robert fumbled the bag? Well, who fumbled yours? You fumbled your own bag, Miss Lady. You fumbled your own bag. Yep, it is. It sure is, ain't it? Brittany Tools. That's what she said. But she was talking about a hysterectomy. Oh, I dropped that. I can't either. I promise you, I can't. I've been saving to buy another house, but I would never buy a house like they costing right now. I I had gotten approved like last year, and I could not find nothing for my approval that was gonna keep me where I wanted to be in my payments. And I'm not just gonna wait a minute. Amber getting your tools removed, girl. Rent is due. Yep. She didn't know this day was coming. No, she didn't know this day was coming. She thought that she was going to be big Bree. She thought she was going to be big Bree for a long time, but baby, them tables turning, and she getting on here more and more asking for help. She might as well just ask for help and stop trying to be slick with it. I'll tell them, hell, y'all help destroy me. Now y'all need to help take care of me. They gonna be taking care of them kids for 18 years because she ain't asking Johnny Boy for shit. She can't. I believe if he was doing anything or he was buying anything, she would post it. Look what y'all daddy bought, and his ass still has not come forward and thank them people for them children clothes for what those children were bought. He still did not thank those people. He's arrogant and ungrateful. And that's what she's attached herself with for 18 years, whether they're together or not. She still got to deal with this ninja for the next 18 years because that's her baby daddy. And I wonder, y'all think the mama done seen them babies yet? Y'all think Pat done been to see those babies yet? We know the daddy has. Mm, we don't know. Okay, I'm talking. Kiki Palmer. Yep, I could not think of her name. Y'all, I'm old. My mind. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I'm not on the right thing. I've gotten old. My mind is not as sharp as it once was. She got to pay the rent and Janelle rent. That's why she's staying over there. Y'all reckon she done moved over there? They said somebody doxed Janelle. They put his address in the comments and they were saying put hers too. On one of those videos, like they put her video. I mean, and one of I think Harmon just posted about the video. The people put Janelle's address in there. I in the beginning I heard that she was staying over there because excuse me. I heard she was staying over there because she didn't want to get served, but I heard she got served when she went to court. Never know. Let's see. Hey Portia, everybody that came in, if I didn't speak, I'm sorry. She's slick. She goes for quiet for a while and at the end of the month. Exactly. It does. She does come and act a fool at the end of the month, don't she? At the end of the month, her victim role, she uses it. Exactly. Word on the street is mama only. See them on FaceTime. Okay. I believe the mother won't do nothing too. I believe that too. I believe that too. I heard I heard somebody say that those islanders are a different breed. They can live with you or without you. Excuse me, y'all. I heard that they can live with you or without you. They don't care. Yep. Well, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. Um, I gotta get prepared for work tomorrow. I will be back Saturday, and I will see you guys Saturday if you all will come and support. I'm gonna do it early in the day, and I thank y'all as always for always having my back and coming to my live. Um, when y'all, when me and Miss White have our birthday bash in Texas, I hope y'all come. I hope y'all come because I would love to meet some of you all. Thank you, Protect Your Peace. Let me thank these people. Okay, thank you, Protect Your Peace, for the membership. Thank you, Amber, for the super sticker. Thank you, Lolita, for the super sticker. Thank you, Pammy Poo, for the super sticker. Thank you, Candy Kisses, for the super chat. Thank you, Amber, for the super sticker. And thank you, Ma Abdus, for the super sticker. I appreciate you all so much. Hey, Beverly, I'm getting ready to get off, baby. Catch the replay for me. Yeah, Houston gonna be lit. Yeah, it's gonna be August the 28th, and that Labor Day is that Monday. I'm gonna leave back out that Monday to go home. Houston. I hope more of you come. I missed the last one because I was out of town. It was a pre-planned trip and I couldn't change it. But I bet y'all won't miss this one because they had a ball, y'all. I'm gonna be having a ball too, my big ass and all, and don't care what they have to say after the fact, because God did not intend for everybody to be the same size. You hear me? I'm going to come. Okay, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I think we're gonna give more we're gonna give more information on it once we get everything situated. We will be giving more information on it. But yeah, it's gonna be Labor Day weekend. I do know that. All right, guys. Again, thank you all. Y'all have a good night.